Welcome to the Peaceful Heart Society podcast with spiritual scientist and mystic healer Antonio Mystic Bellissimo. Here you will find wisdom, insight, and instruction on how to live life healthier, wealthier, happier, and wiser. And now, here is Antonio Mystic.
Antonio, tell us a little bit about your drum circles and how many people come to your drum circles and the healings that you do.
When you get a bunch of people gathered together, drums, flutes, piano, guitars, it all flows together as long as you use it as a tool to meditate. In order to play, you have to be able to shut off your thinking mind and listen. You have to listen very careful, and you get into the groove. It's like a wave of the ocean, except it's a wave of music that you ride on. And all these people at the same time are like hooked to the same thing, and when it resonates, it's like amazing healing power, because you got the vibration, you got the sound, and then you got the brain is off, and you're having fun. And so I think that's the best thing, meditation you can have right there. You're doing something creative, you're breathing, you're listening to the sound. And that's something that the body needs, vibration. The cells have to vibrate to be able to release waste materials and also absorb oxygen and blood and the nutrients that we need to function. And the more we dedicate time to ourselves, whether it's drum circles, painting, drawing, sculpting, whatever it is, those things are all very beneficial to a person. Because you're focused on what you're doing, everything else disappears. And basically, the way I work is it's like channeling. I pretty much channel. Sometimes I could sit at the piano, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just hit a note. And then that note, maybe that's not the right one. Then all of a sudden I'll find one that seems like to be the right one for that moment. And then from that, something takes over my body. And I'll play some stuff like, when I get done, I go, well, that wasn't me playing that. I don't know what it was, but it's fantastic. And it happens the same thing with art, because art is like, you just start without fear. You can't have fear. See, that's the thing. Fear is very detrimental. So I have no fears about being able to do something. In fact, everything you see in this house, I pretty much did without any guidance other than just from above. So, and basically, it happens only if you can tune in to your spirit channel that's got all the information that we need. It's there. I call it the universal switchboard. When I need something, I just plug in, and everything I know about that subject comes to me, and it's like right there in front of me. It's like my mentor said to me, to really understand life, you have to experience it. In order to experience it, you have to become it. As same as any object or anything you try to do, you become part of the project. It's like you become it, you understand it, and then only then you can see the sound and hear the light. And that's where we need to go, right there.
Tell us a little bit about, have you had kids come by your drum circles, and how do they respond to some of this healing and this art that you all share together?
I find I love working with kids because they're very, very like sponges. They absorb. In fact, I could tell you a couple of stories, success stories. There was one kid, you may have been here, Peggy. One day was here for one of my peace party or something with his parents, and this kid was the type of kid that clung to his mother until he was 5 or 6. I think she nursed him till 5 or 6. This one day when he was here, one of my granddaughters was here, and she was playing the drums. And he was looking at it. Then he was looking at me playing the piano. And then somehow, I don't know how, but he was down on the ground, and I said, here, try this. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And then he picked up the sticks, and he started banging on the drums. And I go, wow, that's fantastic. Then I said, here, come here, try the piano. So I put him on the piano, and I showed him the black keys. I said, just play the black keys. That pretty much you can't go wrong. So he started playing those black keys. You know what? This was like 2 years ago. The kid is a piano virtuoso. He he travels to Hong Kong. I mean, they pay his way. I saw him play Bolero, and he could play Beethoven like, oh my God. I was like, wow. And so also another kid I gave a flute to one time at a jam session, and she now is 17, and she plays, next month she's going to be played at the Date Festival in Palm Springs, and she plays piano, sings, plays the flute and guitar. Just for one thing, I gave her the flute, I said, you try, and she started jamming with us, and she was so good at the first thing, made such a big deal out of it. I guess it must stop. Timing must have been right, because it's like, I see this over and over again with many kids. My granddaughters play every kind of instruments there is. And they sing and dance and do all the art stuff. So I love it. This is schools need to change to include 75% artistic stuff and 25% learning stuff. Then we got something. See, I love festivals, because I've been to Burning Man twice, and I go to a place where there's music and there's love. And I never seen 30,000 people in one place with so much love and no violence, no fights, no police, nothing. So this is all because of the spirituality that music brings together a bunch of people together. It's a universal language. It's the only thing that you can give any musician, study musician, a sheet music, and they can play it. No one can go and read any language, but a musician can. And not only that, a musician can play without music. Just, okay, what key you're in? Yeah, all right, let's go. Boom. See, you got a communication going. So basically, I would love to see all of you people, because I might be there and jumping off the stage. You better catch me, because I'm wild and crazy when it comes to dancing. I fire dance too, so fire dance, I play drums, I play many instruments, and whatever is different, I think out of the box. That's what everybody should do, think out of the box. Once you get boxed into the societal stuff, you're stuck. You're stuck into somebody that somebody else has made you to be, when you probably didn't come here to be that. So the only way you can find yourself is to really go in and see who you really are. And for that, you need to dedicate some time to yourself and to tuning in and see what spirit brings you. The beauty of each one of us that God created so perfect that it's undisputable. It doesn't matter if you're handicapped, what color you are, what race, how tall or short or fat or skinny you are. We're still all human beings functioning the same way with the same basic needs. That's why we got to think on a universal basis now. No boundaries, no passports, no religions. All this stuff has got to go. It just causes tension. More people have been killed over religion than anybody else. Anybody that kills for their religion is not religious, obviously. So basically, I think up to now we have come from the brain. And now the shift has come. Especially this thing with Jimmy is doing with Project Art and Babe's Night Out. It's like amazing. We need more people in the movie business to show reality, what spirituality can do for a person. And we can't keep coming from the brain, because all we're doing is we're not only are we killing ourselves with all these products and things that we're buying, things that we think we were made to believe that if we don't have them, then we're nothing. So everybody's buying all this stuff, and then you got to work like 50 hours to try to pay for this stuff, and you don't really have time to enjoy it. So it doesn't make any difference. It's better to go back to simplicity and be able to breathe and sleep at night without have to worry about paying your bills or working more hours. It doesn't make any sense. So I think that the time has come, really, to really come from the heart. From the heart is where we all should come, and from the heart is the beauty and the honesty and the truth about life. So hope to see you at these gatherings, these concerts. And young people, reality is, young people, you should really pay more attention to what's going on, because I'm worried about my granddaughter's future. You know, will they have clean air and clean water to drink? Will they, be able to get a job? Because let's face it, human beings now, we're creating computers to steal the man's work because the computers don't go to lunch. They don't have to pay insurance. You don't have workman's comp liability, and so the jobs are shrinking. And the economy is going bad, of course. Well, we're buying everything from overseas. I believe in music, spirituality, art, the things that will bring us happiness in the future, in the near future. I hope that we all switch to coming from the heart and not from the brain.